Like I said, each and every week, I'm so happy to come here and share with y'all this time on a Friday night. We got a big weekend up. Got my bowling tournament tomorrow. Can't wait to bowl in that and test myself like I've been doing throughout the week. Also, big shout out to my sister who's graduating college at Morgan State. So right after the tournament, we're going to be heading down to Baltimore. So we got a lot to celebrate here in the Holmes household. But, first and foremost, we got to say these Knicks have been playing great, too, as well. I'm happy to say that we definitely clinched a playoff berth. We're not going to have to play in that play-in round. But the job isn't over yet. We still got to, I think we got about 2 more games left. And hopefully, if everything works out, we can take that 4th seed. Because I tell you what, the Knicks, nobody wants to play that team in the playoffs, and especially if you have to go play them in the Garden. But, before I get into the show, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. Big shout out to my boy Timmy Hugel over at Parlor. Also want to give a big shout out to my boy Savion Gaynor over at Sky-Dye Socks. Obviously he's been killing the game for I don't know how many years now with his different threads, but he's really been taking off with this tie-dyeing, and he had me fitted nicely for the 100th episode. So please hit him up over there over at Sky-Dye Socks. Then want to give a big shout out to Jeff Galata over at Air We Are. I had a good lunch with you today, brother. Thank you so much for your hospitality at your crib. But like I said, I got the best sponsors in the world. I feel so blessed. And then finally, got to give a big time shout out over to our people over there, Joe Snow and Maria at New York Life, helping people to get their financial freedom every single day. That's what it's all about, is trying to get that financial flexibility and that financial freedom. And, it helps out to have some people to put you on the right pathway. So hit them up over there at New York Life. I'm feeling like my boy Takumi here tonight. Got the My Fitteds Takumi hat on. Came out today, sold out already. So, the one thing I was talking with my guest who's about to come on here on the show is just, almost that thrill of collecting and being able to secure those hats or whatever it is that you're collecting. And I tell you what, there's so much out there, and there's like so many different things that you wouldn't even think that's out there as far as what people are collecting. So just having a conversation with this guy beforehand, I know we got a great show lined up here. If you guys are from Edison, you may know this guy. We grew up with him. He's one of my real good friends, and I've enjoyed playing baseball with him. And he's gonna come here and rock this show out. So everybody, please give a big warm round of applause for my boy Chris Virag. Ooh, what's good, my boy?
What's up, everyone?
This is Chris. For those people that don't know you, man, that maybe aren't from Edison, can you tell them who Chris Virag is, man?
Yeah, no, born and raised in Edison, high school baseball player, my boy Barry. We grew up all the time, and now I'm teaching. I'm in Old Bridge, right around the corner. High school baseball coach, but we're going to talk a lot about gaming today. I'm trying to make a YouTube channel and a gaming channel, and Barry just nailed this intro, 4 or 5 sponsors. After no practice, we were talking for a half hour. I do a YouTube intro. Maybe 30 seconds, I talk about 2 things. It takes me 15 takes. And I'm like, man, I'm cutting it. But he just killed it right out of nowhere, though.
Thank you, Chris, man. But you kill it too. And I think one of the things that we definitely got to talk about before we get into the gaming, and we kind of talked a little bit about it before we got on air, but I was just so happy even to talk to you about, relive some of our old baseball moments.
Oh, yeah.
But there was one thing that you talked about that I know that maybe not a lot of people know me for out with this baseball, but can you tell them a little bit about this kind of bat that might be known?
So I'm coaching high school baseball. I've been doing club, and we're a pretty good team. Monroe playing for the Red Division Championship tomorrow morning.
Oh, yo.
The boys better be sleeping.
Right.
St. Joe's, right after this. But the big thing is, $300 gloves. You got the sleeves. You got the thing like Stanton here. And then the bats, you have $80 wood bats, $400 bats. Barry in high school hit 450 at one point, 450 on our freshman team, which was loaded. using a $1 garage sale bat.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And, one of the things you talk about is, it's not exactly about the equipment, but it's the person holding the equipment. And, I think that, it's definitely a good thing to tell your kids out there, when you're coaching them. But, how does it feel like having played high school sports to now be a coach on the other end, man?
Yeah, no, it's different because the competitor comes out and it's a different generation. We kind of could be yelled at.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Facts.
But then, like, we've responded to that. And there was kids on our team that might not have, but, like, some kids like it. Some kids you need to tell a joke. Some kids you need to give, like, the mechanical thing. So you got to learn your players. And I thought it was awesome when I started out when I was 20. But, when I was 20, 10 years ago, I was like, oh, how did I do that? Or why would I say that? Or why would I do that? Drill or whatever. But it's changing. And you see this stuff on the internet, too. There's so many resources out there. But it's fun. It's competitive, and I'm into baseball, so it's one of my favorite parts. Probably why I became a teacher, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was going to actually ask you that, too, man. But, now that you have been teaching, have you seen that, things have changed, kind of with the way that you've had to teach, with the times that we're in now?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, this last year, we're half and half. So, like, some periods I have 7 kids. Some periods on an A day, it's just me. And then I have 3 kids. And then it's gym. It's just fitness and workout. So on paper, it looks good. I'm doing yoga on Mondays. We're doing strength. We're doing cardio on Fridays or Zumba. But, like, if you're in gym, you want to play kickball, basketball.
Yeah.
I do archery with them. I do ping pong. I'll switch the game up every 2 weeks. So if, like, you're not good at hoops, we're not playing hoops for 4 months.
Facts.
So, like, and then I'll, like, half of the gym is, the chill, non-competitive. I don't like this game. And the other half is, like, cutthroat, like a all-star game. And I'm blasting music. And I keep on telling the kids, like, next year will be fun. I promise. I don't just do push-ups.
Well, I hope that things do, open up a little bit better so that you can have more kids. Because I tell you what, now that we talk about gym class, and I know as an Edison native, bro, when you found those 4 mats out there, we knew we were playing mat ball. Yo, those were...
If I have any Jamesburg kid, don't tell them. I told them I invented the game.
Oh. All right, well, Chris invented the game mat ball, but
Mr. B invented mat ball, and I added some twist to it. Oh, dude, mat ball, I play it the first game. Well, I play kickball the first day because I don't have to explain the rules. We just get into it after I do my stuff, my rules, and introduce myself. And then the next, like, 2-3 weeks is mat ball, and, like, they won't leave. I have to kick them out of the gym. And then when I switch, I think I might do football or soccer next because it's the fall.
Yeah.
Like, they like, refuse to play it. I'm like, we can't play mat ball.
No, I swear, like, we could literally be so happy. Like, you could have had the worst day. You could have got central detention.
Yeah.
Just got written up. And you're like, damn, I got to tell my mom I got a referral slip. And you knew mat ball come out. It don't even matter, man. But, for those people that don't know what mat ball is, it's literally kickball. But instead of stopping at home plate, you can continuously run the bases to try and score. And
just chill at a base.
Yeah, that was true, too.
I do it now because I have small classes. So I have like 25, 15, 30. So if you get everyone on your team on the base and no one kicking, the inning's over and you get plus 10.
Wow.
So that's like a game changer because, like, if you have no outs, just, you're running forever, your fast dudes are going. But when you have, like, 2 outs and there's a couple kids left, you got kids, like, screaming, like, don't move off the base, don't step. And, like, you get kids screaming at each other, like, we have everyone on, but the guy's running and he cost us all the points. It's fun. It's a game within a game, but, make it fun.
Well, let me ask you this, because when I was working for a nonprofit, they were always, preaching this positivity, and they're always talking about not keeping score because then it hurts the kids' feelings and stuff. How do you feel about not keeping score?
We got my old superintendent got me a nice scoreboard, so I'm like walking around hammering, doot. But I switch the teams up every day, so it's not like, and I never let the kids pick the teams, and I'm like, you could be the best athlete, and you're gonna lose like hundreds of games in my class. Like, it's gym class. I'm gonna go out. I want you to go out, but, like, in 2 months, and sometimes I'll ask them, like, yo, who won the mat ball game on September 15th? And they're like, it's January. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, why were you so mad? Like, you're gonna win, you're gonna lose. It doesn't matter. Just have fun, go participate.
Facts. And I think that especially when we talk about just having fun and go and participate, it's really hard to then take that same advice when you step into the digital field when we're playing video games. Because I know if somebody's not listening, or you'll know this deal. If somebody doesn't drop the money, how pissed we are in the war zone, man. But you know what I've seen is that like and we talked about it a little bit before off air, but you know I was playing consistent months and months and almost in years of just playing Call of Duty Warzone, and there was games that like even 2K I barely touched it, but this game, MLB The Show, has officially taken me off of Call of Duty. So, you know, how do you feel about MLB The Show?
No, MLB The Show is my doing baseball. I think I like it a little bit more, and that's what makes me good because I don't have enough time to play it 8-9 hours like a pro or people that are good. Mm-hmm. So I use just like my stuff that coaches are just watching the game, like my the way I pitch people or the way I know I'm pitching people. Like I'll go on stream and then one of my buddies is like, dude, you called out all that guy's pitches. Like, I'm not good enough to move the thing where I needed to, but I kind of know, like, this kid's probably going to go fastball here. He did it a couple times to me. So, you know, that's why I like it. But last year, he was speaking of Call of Duty, you know, I'm all show. Mm-hmm. I got rid of the show maybe in May and went, like, full Warzone. I was trying to split it, but I was so addicted when Warzone came out. And it wasn't just that. I think it was, you were quarantined, so you couldn't see anyone. So it was like a camaraderie thing. Like, I'd have, like, 2 or 3 groups. And like I'm playing with these guys this night, these guys, and it's like 4 to 6 hours. Instead of being trapped in the house, you're BSing with your buddies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that was probably more of it, honestly, because I wasn't playing particularly well, but you know.
But nah, I mean, you know, even though you may not think that you're the best in Warzone, one of the things that we have seen is that you've created your own YouTube channel and have started streaming MLB The Show. So I wanted to ask you, you know, when you decided to create this channel, was it because you started playing MLB The Show, or did you just want to come out and just say, you know what, I'm streaming and whatever I'm playing, I'm going to stream? Yeah,
no, I mean, well, you know Jeff from another high school guy, Jeff Toro.
Yes.
He was big into gaming, he was more the show, and he'd mix it up, and then he started streaming American Truck Simulator. He's done awesome, and he was streaming, and I have a couple other buddies that have tried it, and then I found out what Twitch was, like I was telling you, and I'm like, these guys are all doing it, and I thought to stream you had to be like a top 20 guy in the world, but then I find out I'm watching that guy like Mercs on Twitch, and other guys, I'm like, you could just be average and entertaining, or you could be a guy that just talks about content. That's what I try to do a little bit. I follow some Call of Duty guys that aren't good, but they just give me the updates and tell me what gun's nerfed, what gun's good, or what bugs are fixed.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do that, but then you got the guys that are good, entertaining, so I'm just trying to find that kind of niche that's working in. I know I'm good at MLB and have a lot of content on it. And I'm just trying to do the video. If everyone that knows me, I'm terrible with computers. So I think everyone, like, just for me to even put out one YouTube video was a significant accomplishment. But even just getting into, I had to study YouTube, the analytics, so much that goes into what you tag in your video or the title to get you more clicks. Or like the thumbnails, I always put a stupid.
Oh, he's got he's like this little like face.
Yeah, I know. My thing is, if I make a video and post something, if I don't get a screenshot from like a group of friends saying, "What are you doing?" then I'm like upset. I need it to look silly or dumb, but you gotta laugh at yourself in life and everything, and it sticks out. You put the big picture of the new card out. You were talking about the show, like I want to go get that new guy that came out today.
Facts.
Am I gonna use him that much? I don't know, maybe not, but I want to get him. Other people are getting him, and I want to get him. So put my dumb face next to it here, and it's like, here's how you unlock it. Here are his stats, and then put a little video out and. It's getting better.
And what we've seen is the video, Chris, is really entertaining to the fact that, I'm subscribed in. If you guys should check him out, CV10 the Kid. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button for him. But, I really do take some of the tips that he says, and I take it and apply it to my game. And I was explaining it earlier, I was talking to my boy Jeff. We all know Jeff Burrell. And I'm talking to him literally riding home on the Parkway. And he's like, yo, man, like, I cleared out my binder and that shit worked, man. So like, how are you able to, find out those tips within the game that can help people when you're making these YouTube videos?
It's little things that I do, and then I had those kids in baseball. Shout out, I've seen a couple of them. Holmes right there.
Okay.
I've seen Weinstein, but just from just BSing with community people, they're part of my community. I have the guy I was talking about I met at my honeymoon. Shout out to Hawk Johnson from Georgia.
Oh yes.
And then stuff that I would do, and then it's just like, hey, you do this? Oh, that would be a cool video. Like, or we talked to Binder Clear was mainly him. That's what we've been talking about. That, or I might make one about Conquest.
Yes,
which is kind of annoying and like
first inning bosses.
And like if you like a lot of Xbox gamers were coming over. this year, or people that are just getting into it now that gaming's big. Like, what are little things that like I could dumb down that like you want something quick, like what is this about, tell me about it. And I'm just trying to do different videos. Sometimes I'll like, oh, this is the best one, this is gonna be my video, and it has like 10-20 views or whatever. And then sometimes I put one out, I'm like, all right, whatever, and then I'm like, how that one has 600, that's my best one. Like I'm trying to see what works. And the people that follow me aren't really pro guys, but just little daily tips, because these Madden games, these FIFA games, this game, there's constant stuff coming out daily. I think that's what makes it so addicting.
Facts. I mean, you feel like you can play for X amount of hours, you finish the first inning XP, and then right on the second inning.
This new guy came out that I'm like, oh, and I need it.
Yeah, man. But I think that, we talked about this too, and I think that a lot of video games struggle with it is that, when you get past that initial factor, Jeff called it the buffer period where, the last game he said this, I was like, Destruction All-Stars, man, I'm loving this game. He's like, B, you're not going to be playing this for after a month. And sure enough, after a month, I wasn't playing it. So, do you think that it's just like the card pulling, or like what is it about the game, the show itself, that makes the replayability so high?
I think there's just so many. Like I said, they're going to put out new guys every week, and I think I have it down. I need to have it down as a content creator, because I need to know when the new stuff's coming out and when I can make a video about it. But it's easy. They tease you right now. What are the new guy that came out's an 88. Okay. So the next month when that new guy comes out, it's 91. Oh, I need to get him to get my squad. And then also you got 9 spots.
Yeah.
And then if you're a sports fan, I think also if you're a big sports fan that grew up in the 2000s, like the creators are like in their early 30s, so they put like out that Grady Sizemore, where you're going to see like a David Wright or Jose Reyes. Shout out to the Met fans.
Yes.
You've seen a Jason Giambi, or there's like an old Yankees Robinson Cano. It's like, oh, that was my favorite player 10 years ago. I want him batting third on my squad, even if he's like a 90 or whatever. And the mixing and customizing of it, and then like Jeffrey was saying, all the game modes, like you could just play against the computer. You could play that 9-inning rank game. Or you could play like, I want to play online, but I don't want it to go against my record. I'm going to make a random team in that 3-inning event that changes every 2
Battle
weeks.
Royale.
Yeah, or the Royale. You get to draft, and like, okay, this time I'm going to draft all pitchers instead of hitters. Or there's just so many different things you could do.
And that's a fact, man. I feel like when I'm going through, it's almost like you're checking in. We call it the grind. Like we made a whole grind. Discord since I'm on PS5, and a lot of my friends are Xbox. So we've created the Discord to kind of like create the game. And I think that with other games, especially with like Call of Duty, when you're in the party, you're just literally talking about trying to win the game. And, sure, when we're playing Resurgence, we're maybe not as serious, but, the conversations that you have are quite different. When you get in the Discord of playing MLB The Show, all we're doing is just hear, damn, shit, like, it's just, we're just all in that common struggle of trying to complete challenges, like, Eric Davis, like, I swear, like, that was probably the challenge of, like, I cannot wait to not play with this guy ever again, man. Like, what were some challenges that you had in the show that were difficult?
There's one, what was it, like 2 years ago? There was one where you need to, and there's always, whenever a guy comes out, there are going to be 5 challenges or moments or whatever. Typically, that's what they're doing this year. And, like, you're going to knock through 3 of them in 2 seconds. It's going to take longer to load it. And then there's going to be one where it's just like, you need to get 2 doubles in a game with this guy, and you just can't do it. And it's just a mental thing, and like you're there for 25 minutes, like I can't get these 2 doubles. I can't get these 2 doubles. There was one where you needed to get 3 home runs. I forget who the hitter was, but at the Polo Grounds, so it's that old stadium that like the Giants, where it's deep to center, and I just like it was 200 feet like a Little League field to right and left. I just kept hitting it to center. It was like 45 minutes. I'm gonna do it another day. 45 minutes. I'm gonna do it another day, and it's like I can't even complete it.
Yeah, my boy Abe says, shout out to my boy Abe Galama who's here. But one of the things that I definitely do also like with the game is just the overall presentation of like the way that the game is presented to us. And I feel like, when you're playing games like 2K or Madden, a lot of times we're just so hyped up on the mechanics or the way the game feels, because there's certain parts where it's like clobby and stuff. I feel like with the show, the gameplay is so good that we are now able to appreciate the bird that's flying by in center field, the actual hand placements of the fingers going like this on the bat, and all the different stances. I think that, for me, playing a sports game like that, I haven't seen that in damn near ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then shout out to them, because the San Diego Studios is the company that made it, and they're going to be like, you'll find one or two bugs or glitches, and they kind of patch them.
Yeah.
But they went out, I think they put like 990 new fielding animations out.
Wow.
They stopped. So like, it was just weird things. Like you used to hit like a little blooper over short, but he wouldn't be able to catch it, even though you had like the best guy or something. Or like near the wall. You know, if you're anywhere near the warning track, you'd stand like this and the ball would go like a foot over your head.
Okay,
so it'd be like, you know, you lose an online game like that or a game late.
Sick.
You know, you throw in the controller, your curse. I'm never playing this game again, but you log it on the next day.
Oh, yeah, of course. There's plenty of times I feel like that where, and I don't know, some of the multi-game challenges where you might have to get, So, that's what I told her, right? I told her we can't
close the app.
Close the app. You know, but there's definitely ways to get around the challenges. But I think, you know, all in all, that's like the core of the game to where, you know, you're not just playing. I mean, there was times where me and Jeff, we would play a series where you're playing, you know, 3 games of 9-inning baseball. But like you said, there's so many different modes and ways to play and interact, which just makes this game phenomenal. Yeah. But I think that it's a great thing to talk about, too, is the fact that, you know, in this game, you're collecting cards. And the cards are the players that you're able to then play in the game to create your fantasy team or whatever you want to call it. But what I like about it is a lot of those cards that they use are actual baseball cards.
It's literally the Topps cards, yeah.
So, like, have you seen that, you know, from playing the game or even before that, you know, what have you been into collecting baseball cards at all?
Yes. No, 100%. No, so probably up until high school, I would get the box, and then like there was you know, the Metuchen train station. There was Tommy's Cards. Anyone from the Edison area?
Yeah,
Metuchen
to the right over by the
like
bridge.
Right, kind of where Haley's would be now. If you're from
the Irish pub,
exactly. So that would be there, and my aunt would get me like the set for the year, and then like if we were in Walmart or something, I'd like bug my mom, let me get that pack. So I had binders, I had everything growing up. I kind of stopped in high school. You know, we were partying, chasing girls.
Yeah.
So you get out of
living life fast.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I have all these cards. I don't, you know, need them. I got everything. And then like, I kind of wanted to get into a couple years ago, you know, with the house, the wedding and stuff. But then I'm like, you know, I see people streaming about it. I'm like, I got some good cards at home and everything. So then I tried to get back into it, and oh my God, yeah, it's not the same. You can't go to Walmart or Target now and get cards. Well, literally, you can't go to Target now. They just had a press release because of a fight in Milwaukee or something like that.
What happened there?
There was 2 guys fist fighting over the cards. But if you were getting cards at a retail store, you are lining up at 7 a.m. in a group of 50, and the cards do not touch the shelves, and you're only allowed to buy like one of each sport. And then most of the people buying them, it's not like you're buying it for your son. And you open it. It's like I'm flipping it on eBay for double. Or, you know, you could look at it and you get down a rabbit hole right now. People have, like, their own websites, almost like a gaming channel, but it's just strictly selling and opening cards. Now, I was telling your dad before, if I want to go get, you know, a box of football cards, I can't, but this guy online has 20 boxes of football cards, and he's offering a break, so I throw him a 20 spot, and I can either get like the Bengals randomly, or maybe some of them offer you division. So I know Herbert's the big guy, and I want that card. So I'll pay $100. I'll get the AFC West, hoping I get the Burrow. So then he opens 20 boxes on camera. It takes us about an hour and a half, and I'm sitting there waiting for any AFC West card, hoping for an autograph, hoping for a rookie, but I'm hoping for that $2,000 Justin Herbert score. Yeah. And it's almost like gambling. Yeah. Because, you know, you put 100 in, you might just get those base cards that are worth 30, 40 cents. But it's kind of addicting. But like you said, it's related to the game. And now as I'm going through my mom's, you know, basement, and I'm looking at all the old cards I used to collect, you know, it's the throwback cards are the ones that they're using in the show, the actual Topps cards. So I was flipping through, and the 2003-ish, and I saw this Giambi card. I'm like, that's the one I'm using in the game.
Right.
He's swinging just like he did in the game. So that's a pretty cool aspect of it, too.
Facts. And another thing I would say, too, is, Jeff's getting a lot of shout-outs today, man. I mean, maybe it's because he's in the building. I don't know. But no, it was funny because I sent him a message the other day because I was at the Mets game. And, you know, we seen Cedric Mullins up at bat. And you know how you have the Cedric Mullins challenge. We got to hit X amount of hits. So I literally sent a picture. I'm like, guys, look, this is the Cedric Mullins challenge happening right now. But, like, you know, from, you know, playing the game to where, like, I might not see a guy on the Mariners often, or I might not see a guy on the Giants, But, from playing the game, and then when you'll watch it on TV, you're like, wow, like this game is really real to be able to have that same similarity
they
there.
got those players of the month or whatever. Who was that guy in the Brewers?
Oh, yeah.
Disgusting. You get that Buxton even. Buxton is in Minnesota. I kind of knew who he was. I'm a big baseball fan, but now I know, like, oh, he had 10 home runs. He's fast. He's 95. And makes you look for it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that, again, there's a lot to collect. There's a lot to have fun with the game. And, especially with you starting up your Twitch channel and, creating these videos, you're going to have plenty of content with that game. And I see that as a game that we're going to be playing for a long time. But I know that you're a big Yankees fan. I'm a big Mets fan. I actually got a chance to go to the Mets game a couple days ago. But, how do you feel about, going to games? And, do you see yourself going to a Yankee game soon?
Oh, my God. Yeah. So I told him I have I don't know if Big Nate's in here. He's a former student. He's a player for me now.
Shout out Big Nate.
I don't know if Big Nate's on. But he missed practice or left early because he went to the Yankee game, one of the Astro ones.
Okay.
He was fired up as he went to boo him. And he sent me on the Instagram, he's like, sent me a couple stories, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, man, it's so fun to go to the game. I'm like, I haven't not been to a game besides the Corona year since like 1996. I think he was born in like 08. My first Yankee game was against Griffey.
Really?
Yeah, the Griffey, yeah, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a hell of a first game.
98 against the Mariners. Griffey, I think A-Rod was on the team too for the Mariners, so it was a pretty good one. It was in the last row of the upper deck, but still, it's a good time. But no, 100%, as soon as this high school season, baseball season's over, hopefully long run, though. Hopefully it's still at least 3-4 more weeks.
Yeah.
Weekday nights, maybe every Sunday, I need to go. I need to make up for it. I need to hit my 4 or 5 Yankee games. But I'm, a baseball junkie, and I won't root for the Mets if they're playing the Yankees. I don't hate them that much. Citi Field's awesome. Everything in the Northeast. I've been to Fenway probably 3 or 4 times. That's not an every year thing. Baltimore,
Camden Yards. I was just gonna say.
Baltimore is, I've probably been there 7 to 10 times. Philly's a good one. That one's only like an hour drive, and then I try to go to Pittsburgh, even though the quality of play isn't there.
Park.
Yeah, right on the river, and that's my home stadium in Diamond Dynasty.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's random.
But nah, I mean that's dope, man, and I hope you do, eventually get to a game because, I've seen, especially from watching on TV, especially from being without sports, it's undescribable the feeling to actually be in the stadium and rooting for your team.
100%.
You're hearing the I guess the fake crowd white noise up, over your head, which is a little bit different, but. Above all, I'm just happy to just go out there and see baseball games, and hopefully you get to go out there and see one too, bro. Have you seen yourself now? I know that from coaching you're out there, but do you see yourself playing in a league or trying to get out there and playing baseball anytime soon?
No. I pitched to the kids yesterday. I couldn't move today. I went from 55 feet. It was good. They were talking about before I diced them. I had my off speed's good. And the fastball from 55 feet is good for like 15, 20 pitches. But no, it's soft. Men's league softball when I can. But now I got this channel. I got the kid going. And I don't know. But I think I'm going to stick more to streaming and watching now, though. Even though I'd like to get into softball. But, I just want to play.
And, it's especially time, trying to also, again, juggling being a father. And, I didn't get to say congratulations, but
that's
congratulations to being a father, man. So, how has it been, being a first-time father?
Oh, it's awesome. And, knock on wood, everything healthy, and he's good. And he's a fun baby. He's not napping now, but the overnight sleep is perfect. So then last year, relating to the show, he was a baby right when the corona hit. So everyone's like, oh, you didn't play ranked a lot this year to get the World Series and try. I'm like, yeah, I was big on events because I don't know when his nap times are going. And my worst nightmare was I'd be in a 9-inning game and like the 7th inning I'm up 8-0, and then you're, I'm like, I gotta quit this online game. I'm up 8-0.
Oh,
it's gonna go against my record. Oh no, but no, that's why I did the short games. But no, he's been awesome. He's healthy. He got his Judge shirt. He wore his Judge shirt the other day. He hasn't seen the Steelers lost. All the other stuff he was sleeping for the end of the season tonight. So
he hasn't seen the Pittsburgh disaster.
No,
yet.
He hasn't seen him in a bad mood yet. He's been sleeping all those night games.
Now, when he grows up, you're gonna have him playing baseball.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm assuming he's gonna like it. I'm not gonna force it. I'm hoping he gets into it and likes it. And team sports, teaches you a whole bunch of life lessons, too. So I'm hoping he gets into it. I'll let him try a whole bunch, but. I mean, he's gonna have to like it. I'm coaching and watching it. Hopefully, streaming it still. So
yeah,
I think he'll be into it though. Yeah.
But we hope to see a young Virag out there throwing the heat like his pops back in the day. But I think that it's been definitely a different time. But through the interesting or maybe different times, we've seen a lot of good things happen. I mean, we would who would have thought that you would have your own YouTube channel now? I mean, now we have just eclipsed over 14,000 downloads. So that's another big thing, a big accomplishment. So I think that the thing to help us measure our progress or be able to keep things in perspective is the fact of finding those measurable goals. And for me beforehand it was like getting to 10,000 downloads or getting to 100 episodes. So like what measurable goals have you set for your YouTube channel to where you can kind of say, hey, I think I'm really getting the hang of this?
No, definitely. So then I remember talking to my wife prior to the game coming out. I had got my 500th view and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And the game didn't even come out yet, and I wanted 50 followers, subscribers on YouTube prior. And the thing is, I wasn't spamming. I didn't go on my main social media and go like, yo, follow me. Just like, I have a whole bunch of friends that would follow me, but you have to be into gaming and baseball to have any clue what I'm talking about. The stats on a fake card. Most of my good friends are gonna be like, what are you? And I'm putting a stupid face out. They're not. So I kind of wanted, I wanted it to kind of grow organically, but I got that. I said by like my birthday, which is June 9th, I want like around 100. And I put a video up, one of those tip ones about the money, the binder clearing.
Right, yeah.
I think I went up, like I had 68 subscribers. I ended up like 14 in 2 or 3 days. So I'm like, all right, if I keep on getting like good videos that, catch on or get semi-viral, it'll keep growing. But I think like if I can get to like 100-ish by June, and if I just stay consistent, I'll probably put more content out as high school baseball and school ends, and then get into more of a streaming. And then they say for if you want to stream whatever, if you're doing Instagram, Twitch, multi-platform basically, and you're consistent, and then you got to self-evaluate. Okay, like that video, I liked it, but it wasn't working. Let me try that. But eventually, like the YouTube goal is you want like 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. That one, like, I don't want to, maybe by next season. I'm just getting into it. There's a lot of good gamers out. I don't want to say like I need that by October or I fail, because then I'll be ticked off. But I just want to keep growing. The YouTube analytics, that everything's pointing up. Mm-hmm. So I'm not smart. So everything keeps going up. That's good. I just got to keep posting. But definitely 100. And then I'm just going to take it step by step. I just want to keep going, be consistent with what I'm putting out. That's my goals right now.
Yeah, and I think that, you have very good goals here. And I think that you will get there. And I know you will, because, I've had people here on the show that, haven't, said that they were going to start something and, didn't get through it. And sometimes, we see that, when you get to maybe 10 or 11, you hit that wall where it's like, shit, man, what the fuck am I going to do next, 100%, And, 100%. It's where you lean on that consistency to, get you through there. And I truly believe, based off the tips that you've given me on, the MLB Diamond Dynasty, just seeing how my friends are tuned in as well, to you, you will hit those goals, man. And Brianne Pearson here says, tuning in from the 76ers game in my ear pods. Glad to be back in the stadium after forfeiting my season tickets this year. Can't wait to see the Phillies next weekend. Yeah, I mean,
I don't like that. It's a ticket story for you, but continue with that. Oh, it's not good.
Yeah, no. What's your ticket story?
No, but I share with I share Steelers tickets with the Ericos, our catcher from there.
Shout out.
We've been going to Pittsburgh games probably since I was a junior in high school, and then the dad was on the season ticket list since the 70s, and in 2015 he got it. So then we split up. Like, I'm going to this game, you're going to that game, so we don't have to get it from the secondary market.
Yeah.
And then when the COVID was hitting right around this time, we're like, oh, dude, are we going to be able to go in the fall? Like, what's going to happen? But they actually let us freeze it, no penalty.
Go, that's
so then
awesome.
We got it. Yeah. So then when the schedule release came out yesterday, the group text, who wants what game? On that game, I want that Seattle Sunday Night Football game.
Oh
I
man,
mean, it's
that's
not
gonna
gonna be fun
be
to
a
chase
good
around
one.
Russell Wilson's not gonna be fun, but just the atmosphere, like
If
you
he's
said.
still in Seattle.
Yeah, true.
If he's still there.
You never know him and the other, but that, like you said, that's the, I could see all the replays and everything at home. And in Pittsburgh, well, in the fall it's nice, but in the winter it's not.
Fuck
being there though, and like just being around the stadium for like the tailgate, so there's bars and restaurants, and then like walking up, then they got like the pregame music, everyone's going nuts, and then like the intro,
the terrible towels.
Yeah, you get the towels, and then just all the little things I could go over, all like the songs they play at certain times and everything. Like even if they lose, I mean I don't want them to lose. I'm a wreck if you know me when they lose, and I'm cranky. But like just going through that, I'm ready for it.
Well, I tell you what, instead of talking about losing, we got to talk about some wins here. And, you brought, I told you before the show that I wanted you to, bring some things that you're pretty happy about, pretty passionate about that you've collected. And, what we got to talking about, because I was going to say, bring the fitteds, but, he's like, see, look at these guys, he's got the but it's a 47, so we're okay with that. It's a 47, bro. We like that. It was a Carhartt, too?
Yeah, Carhartt, yeah.
Yo,
I think
man.
Thing is, I could get away with wearing it a little bit more if we're like out, because I was like, okay, it's Carhartt, it's a little nicer. It's not like sporty flex fit or like but Carhartt, and it's like fall color, so it brings me back. I have a beer. I'm at the game. I'm in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I tell you what, I know I love my fitteds. Shout out to my fitteds. Shout out to Sports World. Shout out to Hat Club. But 47, if I'm not wearing a fitted hat, 47 brand has some absolute heat. And, a lot of the collection, I mean, they can consistently do work with Carhartt. So, guys, that's why I'm glad my boy Virag came out here with the 47, because there's a lot of hat heat out there, man.
Yeah.
But, we weren't going to talk about hats, because what he is very passionate about here is these cards, if you didn't know, from Diamond Dynasty. So what are some of your best cards here that
I have some good regular ones, a couple shiny ones, or they call refractor, a couple autograph ones. I haven't had big time. Oh, the Hawks. There's the Hawk.
Okay, yo, what's up, Hawks? How you doing, my boy?
Yeah, he's big with the tips, and he's one that you chat, and a lot of grind talk with him, my high school friends. But,
Hell yeah.
I found this website. Topps makes these things called Project 70, and I put them on some of the little card opening videos.
Okay.
And so I always buy a couple of them, because even if I get nothing in the box, I at least get to open one of these. And then my goal is, if I ever get like a man cave or like a streamer, like you got the cool background, you used to have like the Chiefs flag. I want, instead of like my wall and that like rustic clock in the corner, I want to have like these kind of displayed. Now these Project 70s is top 70th year, so they're taking throwback old school cards like this Mark McGwire one's from the 1994, and then they had a famous artist put McGwire, put his spin on it, and then put it around the 94 border, and it just looks cool. It's baseball, but I'll pass a couple. We got the Big Mac with the juiced up arms on the A's. That's a cool one.
Guys, when we were kids, Big Mac,
exactly.
It was him against Sammy Sosa. So this is a fire card, guys. Look at that.
I just think they look cool. They're man cave items. If you're a baseball kid around our age, you like it. Then they have a 5-part series. I want to get off. And they just came out with a Frankie Lindor one. They have a Jeter one too. But this is cool. New York City subway theme. They got Judge one on the subway.
Look at these guys. I like how it has the 4 train here with the green.
Yeah, it has like the white tile, like you're in Yankee Stadium. They have the Frankie Lindor one came out a week ago. They have a Jeter one. I think they have a Piazza one too. And if you get all 5, you get the bonus one. Speaking of being collected.
Is that like a 1975 top?
Give it to him. The back, it shows what the artist was supposed to portray it. Now this one, I have cards like this. This is like a 95 one. This is the GOAT right now, Trout. But the artist put a spin on it. It's from the 95 series too.
Guys, on Diamond Dynasty, it's going for 500,000.
You pull Trout, you're good for the year. And then this one I thought was cool because Mo was my guy. And the big thing about Mo, he grew up in Panama. He had like the milk carton glove, speaking of the $1 bats. And so he came over here not looking like a baseball player or athlete, and they redid one of his Bowman cards. I mean, this guy don't look like one of the best pitchers of all time right there.
Oh, hell no!
But that's a famous card, but the guy respun it, and if you take a look where it says New York on his shirt, it's the letter of the Metallica
I was
album.
actually just going to it looked like a Metallica shirt.
So that was good. That was pretty cool detail if you're a baseball nerd, sport nerd. like myself. So then like that Metallica lettering with New York, and obviously Mariano's famous for the Enter Sandman was his intro.
Yep.
But then I brought a couple. I have a cool CC one. I might have left that one. Oh, and then this if you like baseball.
Oh man, guys, you gotta know this card,
but
man.
The thing is though, they come out with like a different Griffey one a week, and I'm like, I gotta buy it, but I'm gonna waste all my money on it. But this is just a cool Griffey. This one came in a set with Big Mac.
Dude, I remember this card too.
Yeah, like you got the eye black, the old school Mariners. I just think it looks
That's
cool.
87.
And you know what? I actually remember his father's card to this card as well too, because it was around the same time.
That's the Woody.
Yeah. Yeah. Now my goal is, like they all look cool, and then I also have a cool one coming. Oh, it's Mookie Betts. Like he robbed his home run, but then because he's from L.A., they have him in the flannel and jeans like Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style album. So they have Mookie Betts written in like the Doggy Style lettering and font. So I thought that was cool. And then I have an old pirate guy, the guy Hannes Wagner. It's him, but it's a blend with like Wiz Khalifa's thing. So they're going like the New York City one with Judge. They have a cool Cody Bellinger one with a lowrider from LA. Like they're kind of blending it, and it's a cool spin on them. So even if I'm not getting the good hits, these are cool. They're already in plastic, so I can't screw this up. And
knock on wood, right?
Yeah, right. If I get like a man cave or a gaming setup kind of soon, they could kind of be in the background, and baseball. I think they're cool.
And guys, man, I tell you what. For collecting and for the, like we said at the beginning of the show, just how much there is out there that you don't even know about collecting wise. It's just cool to see other people's collections and see what they got. And we even talked earlier, and just to hear that people still like Pokemon cards or still feverishly trying to collect these.
No, that Pokemon is Pokemon and basketball are more hot. I guess more money makers than baseball, because I got lucky. We were leaving Asbury and the baby was sleeping. We didn't have milk, so I was like, we stopped at a Target and I saw a long line, but it wasn't customer service, and it was all like middle-aged dudes like myself. I'm like, I think this is it. So I asked the guy.
We're middle-aged now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're middle-aged now? Oh man.
No, you're not.
I asked the guy. Right? I asked the guy. I'm like, what's this for? And then he's like, sports cards. I'm like, I'm like, how long is he? He's like, I don't know. I was the 10th in line. Hour later, 50, 70 people in there. I was the only one in that Asbury Target that did not have a breaking shop and wasn't on their phone call list, because like when they got a hit, I guess, Target. Mm-hmm. And guys, like, I left work and went 80 down Route 35 to get here. And I'm like,
damn, it was really Takumi Fujiwara.
Yeah. And then the guy that was a couple behind me, they were doing the math of how many basketball boxes, and he knew he wasn't going to get one, so he walked up, and I think they knew I was a rookie and just wanted a couple baseball boxes that weren't going to make anyone money. So he's like, I'll give you like $50 if you just get me one of the basketball boxes. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So I got it, and it was only $20. I'm like, even if this guy's joking with me, but his buddy met me at the door and gave me $50 cash for it, so he paid for my baseball cards.
Hey.
Too, but it's serious. And then there was an article, I think I mentioned it before, Target shut down all card sales now. I think they might try online, but still, it's going to be like the PS5. You're going to have people just refreshing. There's going to be a way to hack and get around it.
Yeah.
So I just try to grab my hands on. These are always available. These are only available for like 20 hours when they come out.
Yeah.
But
I tell you what, man, I'm so happy and thankful I was able to get a PS5 and Xbox. But, like I've seen with some of the hat drops, I tried to get the J-tips today, and I took a major L, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, you're constantly refreshing, trying to get the payment info already in there. But, I think that's the game, as far as whether you're collecting or reselling.
Yeah.
You just got to know what the system is as far as purchasing whatever item you're trying to collect or resell. And then just get excellent at it. That's the only thing I can say, man.
There are people that's their job or profession. They know, you can't just be an average Joe going, oh yeah, I'll collect a little bit. No, you're not getting anything.
Nah, it's either go hard or go home.
Exactly.
Which is the exact reason why I gave you a beer here, because you actually get to participate in our beer review.
Let's go.
I tell you what, man, this guy, he's broke a record for most of the mentions, but, shout out to Jeff Farrell for bringing the beer here for tonight. He said he was very adamant on this beer. He tried to save me one, but drank it. So, it's that good.
That's good, yeah.
It's that good. So, I just wanted to see for myself and have an unbiased opinion. So, here we got my boy Chris Virag here. We're going to undiscriminatory try this beer here.
Glug, 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 glug.
Wow. I tell you what, the name of this is called Tropical Bitch by Flying Dog, and it hit the flavor hit you right in the face, man. How do you feel about it?
I looked at it now. I'm looking at Tropical Bitch. I mean, the art on it's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, if you're someone like me that in the liquor store, if I don't know exactly what I'm getting, I'm there for 20 minutes. Like I don't know what I'm picking, so that's good. But then I'm looking. I'm like, oh, it's an IPA. Okay, but it has. For summer, you want a little bit of fruit in it.
Yeah, I think it has guava. I think.
Yeah, I saw pineapple a little bit.
Woo!
But then I'm looking. I took a sip. I'm like, oh, that went down pretty smooth. I tasted some fruit, and I'm like, all right, 4.5. And I look 8.
8%
for 8 to not give you that like, ooh, okay, like it goes down real smooth for an 8, which is dangerous.
Yes,
but no, I like it.
I think a lot.
What are you rating? What are you rating?
So you know what? We'll give you a rating here. I want you to give it a scale. 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. And what beer, if you could, would you say this is comparable to?
That is a good question.
Right?
Now I'm gonna go. Now I'm situational with my drink choice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So like I can't say like, oh, this is a 5. No, right now because this is summertime, I'm leaning a little bit more towards. Don't make fun of me. The White Claws a little bit.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. We reviewed the White Claw a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So any of those seltzers or anything fruit related. So for right now. And being an 8 that goes down smooth. Because usually if I'm having an 8, like these Belgian or these triples, I gotta fight like through 1 or 2.
Yeah.
This I'm playing a little Diamond Dynasty. I can go through 4 or 5 of these without
without swinging at the first pitch every time.
Yeah, exactly. Without moving the PCI.
Yeah.
No, I'm going 4-2. 4-2.
Okay. All right, that's a 4.2. I like that, man. I'm gonna give it a little bit more. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give it a 4.6, man. I think that it's a good blend of the fruit flavors, and I think that, like you said, a lot of times when you're trying to blend so many different flavors,
it doesn't hit.
Yeah, and this is smooth, and I think the biggest thing that, like you said, 8%. I mean, guys, if you're a fan of some different beers out there, you don't want to drink Miller Lite, you don't want to drink just a Coors Light, you try out this Tropical Bitch by Flying Dog. It's Barry and Chris Virag approved. Shout out to my boy Phil Oakner here on the Facebook Live. Yo, this guy, I come out there, I'm shooting 660. Feel good about myself in bowling. This guy coming out shooting 720. I'm like, damn, this dude is tough, man. So, big shout out to everybody else that's tuned in. Villustrations, who's done the art for my OG shirts. Shout out to Stephanie Cabrera, Jake Pito, Jesus, Tori Holmes, Justin Holmes, Ishabod Crane, Shantae, Kodos, Brianne Pearson, who we said earlier on our show. Reese Smith, Uncle Mickey, Abe Galama, Annette Adams, Rob Thomas, Ethan Bayer, who said you're the GOAT, Andrew Mo Sporer, Robert Brantley Jr. Guys, you've really showed out for us today. I appreciate you so much. And let's give a big round of applause for Chris Virag for absolutely killing it, man. If you want to plug anything, give some plugs real quick, man.
Yeah, hey. If you're interested, if you're not a Diamond Dynasty guy or gamer guy, CB10 the Kid, Instagram, YouTube, definitely sub the YouTube.
Yes, we're trying to get into 100.
Twitch, yeah. Now I'm trying to go Tuesdays and Sundays. With baseball. Mother's Day was last week, but Tuesdays, Sundays, and I'm gonna try to get it to where I'm gonna play one follower for 5 innings to start each stream. So you get a little bragging rights if you beat me. One of the kids almost came back after I was beating him 8-0. And then I'm going to just play the new game modes, and then I'm going to try to update, let you guys know what I'm doing. Like, hey, this is a guy. Because some guys, I think I was talking to Barry one time through messaging, some guys might be a 90 overall, but the card stinks. But then, like, an 84 plays online.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, yo, these are your guys you got to play. And then, like, my DeGrom one, I didn't think would do good the video. I struck out a lot of people with DeGrom. It's, like, my highest grossing video. So I might do some Twitch
You were
videos
throwing some filthy stuff there, though, man.
DeGrom. I'm a Yankee fan. DeGrom's my guy.
I pulled him out of a headliner pack, so I'm super happy about that, man. But thank you once again, Chris, for coming here on the show.
This is fun.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to have you on here soon again, and maybe get a Diamond Dynasty game in here soon enough, man.
Yeah, definitely.
But one last question. For anybody else out there, I like to ask this question too at the end of the show. But if you had any advice to give, anybody out there as far as just trying to be positive or just some helpful tip that could help them be a better person or whatever. What type of tips can you give the viewers out there?
And then I didn't not to go like Mr. Teacher on everything, but I did a health lesson the other day, and I'm going over all the stuff because we have a mixed pot in my school in New Jersey. And I'm like, if something's different, don't attack it. Like, what is that? Like, just positive.
Yeah.
What's the, everyone, I don't really get into a lot of things, and that's why I'm a phys ed teacher that coaches and plays video games, and that I just like positive. There's a lot of other negative stuff I could be worrying about in the world, but, do something you like. I like sports gaming, and, I like that. Find something that you like and just go with it, because there's an audience for everything, Just pick something you like doing, because if you don't like doing it, like this YouTube stuff is really annoying, and I hate computers, but I know I like Diamond Dynasty and stuff, so I'm just going to keep grinding and doing it. So pick something you like, have fun with it, treat people good.
Facts, man. I think something that is so simple, like you said, it's so hard for a lot of people to grasp, man. And, you have a lot of people out there that are doing shit that they don't want to do. And, you sometimes underestimate, just enjoying the stuff that you do. I mean, how huge sports reporting was for me, and talking to these guys like OBJ and Carmelo, and being in the locker rooms, and I think at times I might have taken that for granted, because now you're in a situation now where they've cut out the small media, and I haven't been able to get out there and sports report, and I miss going in there and interviewing these guys.
It's not like a job. Would you like they said?
Yeah, nah.
A job, like you would want to do it,
Hell yeah!
Oh damn! I got to interview Carmelo after he dropped 40.
Oh my god!
Oh damn!
But yeah, it's like you said, it doesn't feel like a job, and those types of things are those things that you're passionate about. Finding a way to make that make sense for you, and where it doesn't feel like a job. I strive every day to get to that point. Do it whether it's selling hats, selling shirts, doing whatever it is. I think that, like you said too, is just finding a way. Finding that route. Like you didn't say you weren't great at computers. I'm not great at certain things too, but just trying to find out the interworkings to make it work for you. That's the type of effort it takes, man. And that same effort is what I think will get you past those 100 subscribers and whatever else that you want in these YouTube channels, man. So once again, thank you to my boy Chris Virag. If you want to try out a beer, try this Flying Dog Tropical Bitch. Before I get off the air, I got to thank my sponsors. Shout out to my boy Savion over at Skydive Socks, man. He's been killing the game. I want to give a shout out to my boy Jeff Galata at Air We Are, helping people with their heating and cooling. Also want to give a shout out to my boy Timmy Hugel, who's helped me to make my shirts, and he's gonna fill other people's orders as well too, as far as whether you want T-shirts. I've seen him do bags. Any type of marketing or merchandising that you want to do for your brand, hit up my boy out there, because he's helped me out immensely. And then finally, give a shout out to Joe Snow and Maria over at New York Life, helping people to get their financial freedom daily. And then finally, for people that don't know, I've been getting people that are asking, what is this on your hat? Guys, it's a pocket watch hat, novelty hat from My Fitteds. When my boy Say saw it, he sent me the message. I'm like, you know how you say, like, with the cards, it's the different borders and stuff. With the hats now, it's like, what are your pins like? Well, exactly. And when I saw it, I'm like, damn, that's a fucking pocket watch. I need that, man. And then I see there's like one of like 100. So like you said,
it's numbered.
Yeah, it's numbered. So I was feeling like a baller with my pocket watch hat pin, right? But really, I'm just a pod show host with my friend Chris here. Yeah. So I think
feel good, right?
Yeah, man. Hey, we'll have some beers once we close this out, man. But I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Whether you're listening out, I saw we had people from Utah listening in for the first time. Wow, man. Jazz are doing well. But I tell you what, whether you're in Utah, Colorado, Texas, New Mexico, Idaho, New York, Louisiana, I've seen a lot of different states here that's been tuning in, and you guys are the reason why we're able to get to 14,000 downloads and beyond, and even more, man. So I'm sending all the positive vibes way to my boy Chris Virag. Follow him at CV10 the Kid over at YouTube, over his Twitch stream. We're gonna keep going, man. Like you said, consistency is key, so you can guarantee that he's gonna be putting out some dope videos. and I'm gonna keep doing things like this. We're bringing dope people on like Chris, and a dope episode every single Friday night, man. You can bet your bottom dollar. All right. Oh, he's Atlanta. Okay, big time. See if you talk to your guys, man. Maybe we'll have to get a T-shirt or some merch sent out to you over there in Atlanta, man. But thank you so much. This is the Talk That Talk show.
Talk that talk.
And we're out of here. Yo, my boy Chris, man, killing it, man. Good shit, bro. Good shit,
guys. Good show.
But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm about to close this out. We're gonna get this edited out. My boy Chris absolutely killed it. To infinity and beyond, man. There you go.
That's fun. How long?